Yo, some of the evidence coming out, y'all. The D4vd case is getting crazy, gang. I mean, go ahead and like and subscribe. We finna get deep real quick. Yo, D4. If I as I look at this D4vd shit, right? Let me write my camera down, y'all. Hey, as I look at this V4vd case, it reminds me how sick the world is, how sick people's minds are. People's minds are sick, for real. So look, this dude was like 21, right, at the time of this young lady's murder, right? Excuse me, 21. He's what 20, what 20, what not 22, something like that now. Listen, bro, this guy's a sicko. Did you know they actually found child porn on his phone? I'm talking about not one or two videos. They found terabytes. Dude was a sicko, man. Let me try to turn my screen. You can see it. But yo, check this out, man. This is crazy.
A hearing just wrapped up for singer David in his first-degree murder case.
The prosecution revealed details about disturbing digital evidence. Let's get to CBS LA's Rick Montanez with what we learned in court today.
What
Rick,
we learned
are you
today
hearing?
in court today, y'all.
Amy, Chris, the hearing just wrapped up within the half hour here, and cameras were not allowed in court, but I can tell you that the defendant, David Burke, was in court today in shackles and wearing that orange jumpsuit. The biggest new piece of evidence revealed, prosecutors say a significant amount of child porn found on Burke's cell phone.
Now, when he say significant, he ain't talking about one or two videos. He talking about terabytes. Not 1 terabyte. You know how much terabyte is, right? I got a terabyte drive. You know what I mean? That shit, you can hold damn near endless information. They found terabytes of child porn, bro. But you know what's confusing to me? He damn near a child himself. I mean, he's only in his 20s, like 22 now. He was 21. That's a kid to me too. But he's a grown man, of course. But maybe he never grew up, you know. But think about it though. You gotta think about it like this. You gotta think about it like this. Who listens to his music? Not grown people. Sick, sadistic children, runaways, kids on drugs. We'll get to that. But this guy, do y'all think he was a real demon manifested in flesh? No, we got real demons, right? That really manifest themselves in the flesh. We be thinking they're humans. Nah, we call them meat suits. They meat suits. They're not really humans. They're animals. The Bible talks about that. For real, it talks about animals walking around like humanoids. Animals, like animal-like humans.
We also want to point out that this all happens one day after the medical examiner's report became public. That is the report on the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The report says, or I should say the family of Rivas Hernandez is absolutely devastated to learn the gruesome details contained in that write-up. That's according to a family statement. So this report says the 14-year-old girl died of sharp force trauma, but the autopsy was difficult because of the severe decomposition of her dismembered body when it was found in the singer's abandoned Tesla last September. Officials say she died 5 months earlier in April of last year. Burke, the suspect known by his stage name David, was arrested last Thursday.
Demon.
On Monday, he pled not guilty to the capital murder charges. We spoke with a former federal.
Now, here's the thing, right? They had discovery today, right? So that was their discovery. We're not finished yet, but they don't have any evidence that he actually killed her. And that's the only thing. What up, Purpose? Talking about David. And they don't have no evidence that he actually killed her. But, I mean, it's circumstantial evidence, but circumstantial evidence don't really hold up too strong in court. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, we found him in your Tesla. You know what I'm saying? But they got to figure out the smoking gun. They got to find the smoking gun. Like, who actually did the killing? Who actually did it, you know?
Prosecutor just a short time ago here on CBS LA Mornings,
what you think, Purvis?
about this new evidence.
You think he guilty?
It's revealed in today's hearing, and the fact that David's phone, according to prosecutors, contains child porn.
Yo, dude is a sicko, man. He's a demon. And when I try to make a thumbnail about him being a sicko, YouTube already, but then they're about to block me already. YouTube be playing, man. You can't talk. Look, when I did the Epstein list, I put a video called Epstein list. You remember that shit? Then they blocked, they fucking around and gave me a strike. And then years later, when the Epstein list came out, the same damn Epstein list that I dropped, it was the same shit. But now everybody can drop the video. YouTube, y'all owe me one for that one, for real. But this guy is a sicko. I'm sorry. He's a demon. He's a demon manifested in flesh. You know what I'm saying? He probably been a demon all his life. The man was homeschooled, man. He couldn't even function in school. You know what I'm saying?
Story number 2. A hearing just wrapped up for singer David in his first-degree murder case.
The prosecution revealed details about disturbing digital evidence. Let's get to CBS LA's Rick Montanez with what we learned in court today. Rick, what are you hearing?
Amy, Chris, the hearing just wrapped up within the half hour here, and cameras were not allowed in court, but I can tell you that the defendant, David Burke, was in court today in shackles and wearing that orange jumpsuit. The biggest new piece of evidence revealed, prosecutors say a significant amount of child porn found on Burke's cell phone.
So look, they found a bunch of child porn on the cell, child porn. Sorry, I didn't mean to say porn. I'm talking when it's significant, I'm talking about terabytes, not gigabytes, not megabytes, not gigabytes. They found terabytes. That's sickening. Terabytes. Not 1 or 2, 3 or 4, not 5 or 6, 7 or 8, not 9 or 10, 11 or 12. I'm talking about dozens, hundreds, thousands. So this man been doing this shit all this time. To me, in my mind, I think that he is a murderer and a predator who masquerades as a singer. Because I never even heard of him until this shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Until he came up on the news, I never even heard of this motherfucker. And he was making money. Like what? But guess why I ain't heard of him? Because guess who was listening to his music? Little fucking kids was listening to his music. That's why you ain't people like I ain't never heard of this mother because he's secretly talking to your kids. That's why you gotta watch what your kids. You gotta watch what your kids watch, man. And listen to. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. They might be listening to a motherfucker like David, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you.
We also want to point out that this all happens one day after the medical examiner's report became public. That is the report on the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The report says, or I should say the family of Rivas Hernandez is absolutely devastated to learn the gruesome details contained in that write-up.
Now, wait a minute, y'all. Hold on, wait a minute. Now they devastated, right? But why she kept running away to go be with David? Be with David so bad, you know? And look, in the autopsy, they found methamphetamines, MDMA in her body, man. Why she got all them drugs in her body? That's what they said they found, bro. And that's the discovery they found.
According to a family statement. So this report says the 14-year-old girl died of sharp force trauma, but the autopsy was difficult because of the severe decomposition of her dismembered body when it was found in the singer's abandoned Tesla last September. Officials say she died 5 months earlier in April of last year. Burke, the suspect known by his stage name David, was arrested last Thursday. On Monday, he pled not guilty to the capital murder charges. We spoke with a former federal prosecutor just a short time mornings about this new evidence revealed in today's hearing and the fact that David's phone, according to prosecutors, contains child porn.
And obviously, we don't know if it's Celeste Rivas's images,
Hey,
videos, or something.
I'm talking about not one or two, not one or two videos. They said they found significant amount. I'm talking about terabytes. They say at least like 2 or 3 terabytes. Y'all know terabytes is a lot of memory. You know what I mean? You can hold a lot of videos on some terabytes. You can hold at least 2 terabytes. On 1 terabyte, I can hold at least 1,000 videos, depending on the length. You know what I mean? At least movies. 2-hour movies, maybe about 500, 600, maybe. Yeah. So he had a lot of child porn, yo. Was Celeste on it? Probably gonna find out, y'all. Let's find out.
Else, but that is a significant offense. Obviously, it helps prosecutors prove the sex crimes, the lewd and lascivious, Penal Code Section 288, but it's also a separate crime in and of itself. And it's certainly the possibility that the feds even step into this case because they typically...
I'm waiting on that, y'all. Y'all know how I go. The feds be sitting around like vultures waiting for you. They'll let you do your case for the state, and they once you whatever you got going on, sometimes the state let you go, and the feds will pick it up. For real. Straight up, bro. Because you're not going to do both of the times. You're going to do either or. If you're just not doing it, we talking about David. This man done got child porn all on his phone. It's looking sad, y'all.
The prosecution revealed details about disturbing digital evidence. Let's get to CBS LA's Rick Montanez with what we learned in court today. Rick, what are you hearing?
Can y'all hear that?
Amy, Chris, the hearing just wrapped up within the half hour here, and cameras were not allowed in court, but I can tell you that the defendant, David Burke, was in shackles and wearing that orange jumpsuit. The biggest new piece of evidence revealed, prosecutors say a significant amount of child porn found on Burke's cell phone.
He didn't say 1 or 2. He said significant. Significant meaning a lot, meaning more than usual. I don't know what usual is, but you know what I'm saying? More than you should, more than most people they catch have, you know what I mean? So do y'all think this dude, y'all think that he did it? You think he killed her? I don't know. It's hard to say that he killed her, but he definitely has a problem. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely a sick dude, man. You know what I'm saying?
We also want to point out that this all happens one day after the medical examiner's report became public. That is the report on the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The report says, or I should say the family of Rivas Hernandez is absolutely devastated to learn the gruesome details contained in that right.
They devastated to learn the gruesome details, but where were they at, man? Like, you ain't never even heard from them yet. You ain't even heard them looking for when she was missing. Who put the missing alert out? They said it's like this is not the last time she ran away, or the first time, or anything. You know what I mean? So what was going on at home that she had to run away from all the time, y'all? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, what was going on at home that she kept the hat? You know what I'm saying? Running away. See, the family, I blame the family too, man. Damn that. I know you can't control your daughter or whatever, but you running away and shit like that. Come on, man. Nah, you can't put her in shackles. I get it. But you can go get her some help. You know what I mean? Maybe she was on drugs. They said they
that's
found
according
drugs
to a
on her.
family statement. So this report says the 14-year-old girl died of sharp force trauma, but the autopsy was difficult because of the severe decomposition of her dismembered body when it was found in the singer's event last September. Officials say she died 5 months earlier in April of last year. Burke, the suspect known by his stage name David, was arrested last Thursday. On Monday, he pled not guilty. We spoke with a former federal prosecutor just a short time ago here on CBS LA Mornings.
Hey, y'all think this is gonna be another O.J. Simpson? Or y'all think he gonna face justice? Do y'all really think he gonna beat this case? Because there's no smoke. What's the smoking gun, y'all? Where's the smoking gun at? Like, did he do it? Can they trace it towards him? Is this DNA? They said the only thing they got was she went to go see him and never came back. What if she never made it to his house? There's a lot of questions. What if she left and never and you know, what if he was really shocked? But his music says another thing, y'all. We're gonna get to that in just a minute, y'all. Hey, stay tuned. We're gonna analyze some of his lyrics for real.
About this new evidence revealed in today's hearing and the fact that David's phone, according to prosecutors.
And he did though. You're right, Purpose. He made a song called Celeste. Well, y'all, they had a toxic ass relationship going on, and from the jump it was doomed because she's underage, dude. And I'm gonna tell you, look, he probably started coming to his senses, like, you know what? I don't know. I ain't gonna say coming to his senses. He got all that child porn on his phone. That's not coming to your senses. But he probably was trying to break it off with her, and you know, realize he get older women because he's rich now, you know what I mean? And probably try to cut it off with her. And she was like, no, I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm gonna tell everybody. No, you're gonna leave me? I'm telling everybody. That probably was the argument. He's like, no, you're not. This ain't funny, y'all. This is just how my rendition of the situation. You know what I mean?
Prosecutors contains child porn.
And obviously, we don't know.
I hate that word,
Celeste Rivas's images and videos or something else, but that is a significant offense. Obviously, it helps prosecutors prove the sex crimes, the lewd and lascivious.
This nigga on drugs. He on drugs. This nigga on some good opiates. I promise you, I'll look at him.
It's Penal Code Section 288, but it's also a separate crime in and of itself. And it's certainly the possibility that the feds even step into this case because they typically will prosecute these types of child pornography cases.
And we also learned from prosecutors that there is a large amount of digital data that needs to be processed and shared as evidence with the defense. So there is a lot that will happen as this case moves forward. But
yeah,
we'll
you're
be
right.
Back in court also.
Hey, you're right. But here's the thing. I could also give you the argument that Purpose, you say if he didn't do it, he knows who did. I can also give you the argument that somebody set him up. What about that? Now we know he was in love with her. He made songs about it. He talking about, but we're gonna break this the lyrics down too. But I can make that argument. Somebody might have set him up. Because I mean, you think he chopped up that body by himself? You think he chopped up that girl by himself? Like, think about it. He saw McDougie chainsaw massacre. No, I think that he had help in this murder. You know what I'm saying? If not, he probably didn't do it. Either he didn't do it and somebody else did it to try to set him up, or he hired somebody. It's a lot of ways we can go with this one. The man is not talking. There's a lot of ways we can go. Only thing we have is the Tesla, the body, and nobody has no cameras or anything like that. I know what's his name? Neon. What's his name? Neon, the other guy. I think he's talking. Y'all let me know what's going on. Y'all got some info, let me know. You know what I'm saying? we're gonna break down his lyrics though, too, though.
Both sides will be back in court on April 29th next week, so they can get an update on where they stand with evidence, whether they need more time to prepare for a potential capital murder trial. Also worth noting, today's date, April 23rd, marks the 1 year since Celeste Rivas Hernandez was last seen alive. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Rick Montanez, CBS LA.
Yeah, the details of this case become more and more disturbing. Okay, Rick, thank you for that update.
Yo, shit, that nigga done though. I mean, he might have a case. He may have a case, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let's see something. He may have a case, man. He may. Put this up right here real quick, y'all. Pull this up real quick, y'all. Y'all heard about Ben 10 getting shot? That was crazy.
Would not trade
We're
for
live.
all the tea in China.
All right. Well, we are live, and
Hey, this is from
welcome to the Margaret McLean Show.
Margaret McLean
Today
Show.
we'll be discussing the serious allegations against David Burke.
Let's get to the lyrics.
This is the same as Oprah.
Man, we get to
Who goes by the name? It's D4vd.
Yo.
And if you look, the 4 kind of looks like an A, so it's David.
First of all,
and it's pronounced David. It appears to me.
I want to play his song, his lyrics, but I don't want to hear his songs because they suck.
And it appears to me he had a decent upbringing.
Let me try to
His
find it real
dad
quick.
works in a thriving criminal defense law firm, and you know his I'm not sure what his mom does, but he grew up listening to gospel music, so he seemed to have a very loving family. Now David Burke hit it big.
Yeah, here we go. I'm about to put here go the lyrics right here.
Hello, my name is David.
From his mouth.
David, not D4vd. I'm from Queens, New York. I'm in Houston now. I am a gamer. I love video games. I want to be a professional gamer. Before
this
music,
guy
like
sick.
I push me into music, was getting copyrights.
Look, you already said he a gamer. Parents, keep your kids off them damn chat game. When you're playing them games, you better be right with them because this guy was a gamer. Who do you think listen to his songs? Kids, little kids, adolescents, preteens and shit. Yeah, guys like this don't need to be on the street. I promise you. They need to be in asylums.
Strikes on YouTube, and I kind of just use my own music in my montages after my mom told me to. I was crying to her about it, and I was here.
Weirdo. Look, romantic homicide, gang. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Let's just talk about that real quick. Romantic homicide, y'all. What that about? We're gonna get to it. Romantic homicide? How is that even possible? How you gonna have a romantic homicide?
So how I created romantic homicide is basically like every other song in my sister's closet with the Apple earbuds and the app called BandLab on my phone. Just going.
My sister's closet. He sound like a damn woman, if you ask me.
Instrumentals and letting them tell me what needs to be said on them, and basically just going from there. And I write to contextualize the stories that I tell.
Hey, can y'all hear me clear, y'all? Let me know if y'all can hear me clear. No, I don't know if I'm clear or not.
I'm scared. It feels like you don't care.
And nigga say you better be scared, nigga. You facing a homicide. You got child support all on your shit. You say they got anyone else in question? No, not that I know of. He's the only one facing charges. But it's like, damn, I know he ain't the only one that. Come on now, he just thought by himself on his own. I'm chopping and hiding. Go on tour. He was on tour when they found her. When they found her, y'all, he was on tour. So I think actually he had help, and I don't think that people are talking, you know. So either he gonna have to talk, or I don't know, or just take the rap. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He facing the death penalty. I mean, if convicted, he can actually be put to death, man. This is the heinous crime. This is just no joke. You chopping up kids, dog. They call it lying in wait. He was waiting on them to pounce on them. That was their evidence. They haven't showed me the evidence on how he was lying in wait, but apparently they do. Now, if the FBI step in, we know they got the evidence. It's a wrap then. State's questionable at times, but when the FBI jump in,
enlighten me, my dear. Why am I still here?
I don't know either. You should have killed yourself. Let's go.
I don't mean to be complacent with the decisions you made, but why?
First of all, he can't sing, y'all. Y'all let me know if he talented and shit. Hey, you said the word sounds scary. Hey, because they are. That nigga's a killer. Cold blood stone killer. Oh, wait. I'm gonna hold for my I'm gonna wait for my I ain't gonna cast judgment just yet. We're gonna wait for the trial. We're gonna wait for the trial. See, you know what I mean? See his defense. He might not have did it. What if he ain't do it? We sitting there like, damn, man, you got set up. What if he got set up? See what I'm saying? Being accused of something you ain't do. Somebody set you up real good, elaborate setup. You know what I'm saying? You ain't somebody call you, oh shit, for real? You're not even believing what you're hearing. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's analyze these lyrics.
So Enlighten Me, My Dear is my favorite line because you can take so many different meanings out of it, and it's an emotion in itself. Everything has a meaning behind it. I think that's what poetry is. It's like this.
You already said everything has a meaning behind it. What you mean, Nick? What you mean everything got a meaning behind it, Nick? That mean I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, Nick. Okay.
Interpretation, and another person can read the same thing and take something else out of it and find new things every time. So I think that's like an important part of my process, is definitely the poetry aspect of it. And all of my songs, I think, are poetry. I started writing as long as I can remember, like seeing graphic novels.
That shit ain't poetry.
And like taking those stories and like imagine this rhyme. In the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear.
That shit just gave me the creeps. That shit made the hair in my back stand up. You know, I ain't got no hair on my back with my neck. God damn, bro. He said, what? He said, in the back of my mind, you died. And I didn't even cry. Not a single tear. That was cringeworthy, y'all. Straight up. Hold on. Y'all, did y'all hear that shit?
Back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear. And I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive.
Oh, he said he waiting someone that, because he know she ain't gonna ride because he killed her. Man, this is sick, y'all. Do you hear this shit? Am I the only one to hear this shit? This man just said that I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive. In the back of my mind, you died. In the back of your mind, in the back of in the y'all, this is sick, man. I told you this world is sick, man. Stay home. Tell your kids like kids. Look, first of all, why do kids want to run away anyway? Now I'm studying psychology, right? And I'm learning about authoritative parenting, right? Which is the best way to go because you want to talk to your kids and understand them, let them be heard, you know. Pretty much let them do what they want to do. You just the referee. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, don't do that. Just, hey man, just, you know, You can do whatever you want to do. I just want to make sure that you're doing it safe and make sure you're not getting to the wrong things, you know, and shit like that. And then they'll have more confidence. They'll grow. But if you keep them caged up, locked in, they won't, you know, they won't understand that. But this is sick, y'all, for real. And this is what happens when you don't teach your kids, your daughters and your sons, values and morals. They end up like these people, man. I want to say society, parents and society failed both of them. I think both of them, even Celeste and this guy right here, David, D4vd, whatever his name is, he's a fucking demon. You go. I'm sorry, y'all. God damn. I'm sorry. So he had me saying GD just now. I don't even like saying that word. What are you doing, man? Is it a devil? Don't do this at home, y'all. Don't do this at home.
So what inspired the hook in the back of my mind, You Died,
man,
it's kind of like the storytelling aspect of the
I got a sage after
before
this. I got a sage after this, y'all. Don't listen to this stuff at home. I got to cleanse the air. As soon as I get down this loud, I'm cleansing the air.
In a way that it builds up to the big moment where she died in the back of my mind. I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't even cry, not a single tear. I've seen people online take different meanings and interpretations from that one.
This guy is sick. Y'all see this shit? He's sick. This man said, in the back of my mind, she died. I didn't cry a single tear using in my front, my Tesla. I was on tour. Like, what the fuck? The parallels is so perfect. It's like, nigga, this could be just pretty much a confession tape. Pretty much, this is confession right here. You know they're gonna play this shit in court. Y'all think they're gonna play this shit? Hell yeah. They're gonna use this shit against them too.
And part of the song was like, it's their past selves that's dying. And they're not even crying about it because they're evolved and become better people or killed addictions and other different stuff like that. So I think it's very powerful in that way too.
In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it.
That didn't age well. In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe that I said it, buddy. It's not in the back of your damn mind. Nigga, you killed her for real, and then you didn't regret it for real. And then he also says, I can't believe that I said it. 2026, man. 2026, man. Do not, love your kids, yo. Keep your kids home. Give them shit to do, man.
But it's true. I hate you.
I wanted you to feel the emotion in this part of the song, not just to repeat the hook, but to say,
was she already in his trunk by then? I'm just curious, like, by this interview, like, what's going on, man? I got a headache, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard for me to cover this shit because this shit is sick, man. Sick and twisted. Like and subscribe, man, to the video, man, for real. Cause this is harsh on me, man. I'm not doing this shit I'm doing this shit for educational purposes only. And this shit give me a headache, bro. It's taking all my might. I got a sage after this, for real.
In a different manner with the same feeling that the first part of it conveyed, which was in the back of my mind, but then you think that I'm going to say you died, but I say I killed you. So it's not like the thought of her is gone by itself was something that she did, was something that I decided to do. And
what the fuck is he talking about, y'all? Can y'all help me out? What the fuck was that? Hold on, let's run that back, man, because this kid ain't make no sense just now. What the fuck? Look, what did he say?
Repeat the hook, but to say it in a different manner with the same feeling that the first part of it conveyed, which was in the back of my mind, but then you think that I'm going to say you died, but I say I killed you. So it's not like the thought of her is gone by itself was something that she did. It was something that I decided to do. And I killed her in the back of my mind. But it's really more of a figurative I killed you, especially in the back of my mind. I try to stress that in the back of my mind. That's why I say it so loud. In the back of my mind, you died. In the back of my mind, I killed you. So it's all in the mind because that's the most secure place you can.
I'm gonna run that back one more time. I didn't understand. Y'all gotta help me with that one, man. Cause maybe I'm slow. Maybe I might be slow. Help me out, y'all. Since I'm so slow, y'all help me interpret this shit. It's disturbing. Help me figure out what he's saying in the back of my mind. What the fuck is
the song? Not just to repeat the hook, but to say it in a different manner.
I
want you to feel the emotion in this part of the song, not just to repeat the hook, but to say it in a different manner with the same feeling that the first part of it conveyed, which was in the back of my mind, but then you think that I'm going to say you died, but I say I killed you. So it's not like the thought of her is gone by itself was something that she did. It was something that I decided to do, and I killed her in the back of my mind.
It's definitely something you decide to do. Definitely. He said it's something I decided to do. Yeah, it's definitely something you said. Bro, what is wrong with your ass, man?
It was gone by itself. Was something that she did. It was something that I decided to do. And
he said it wasn't something that she did. It was something I decided to do. Sounds like a fucking killer to me. Sounds like a serial killer. Are there other victims out there, y'all? Are there any other victims? Was that his first victim? Man, they say he had tons and tons and tons of child porn, y'all, on his phone. This guy is sick and fucking twisted, man.
Look, but to say it in a different manner with the same feeling that the first part of it conveyed, which was in the back of my mind, but then you think that I'm going to say you died, but I say I killed you. So it's not like the thought of her is gone by itself.
I killed you. He pretty much, look, he's about to bust into a montage, like he say. This guy is sick, man. He said, I killed you. He smiled like, this nigga got motherfucking starry-eyed and shit.
I'm going to say you died, but I say I killed you. So it's not like the thought of her is gone by itself was something that she did. It was something that I decided to do. And I killed her in the back of my mind. But it's really more of a figurative I killed you, especially in the back of my mind. I try to stress that in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
I say it so loud. In the back of my mind, you died. In the back of my mind.
In the back of my mind. That's subliminal right there. In the back of my mind. And yeah, it's in the back of your mind, all right, because you're thinking about it. That nigga was thinking about that shit the whole time. No matter what he do, it's in the back of my mind. Even before they found him, he probably was on tour. Hey, put your hands up. And then he gotta send them songs. Man, get out of here, man. Can y'all believe this shit though? Can y'all believe this shit? I'm just saying.
And I killed you. So it's all in the mind because that's the most secure place you can be.
Hey, this is a motherfucker you never want to meet, y'all. You will never want to meet a motherfucker like this ever. People like this, I pray I never even cross paths with that even think like this. No, I'm telling you, you pray you'll never cross paths with a sick and twisted, demented motherfucker like this, bro, because he's really sick. He has real problems. And I never even heard him before this case. Never heard his music, nothing. But just from looking at these, I'm like, being non-biased without remembering what he's locked up for. This guy's troubled, man. Something's wrong with him, bro. Seriously. Something's really wrong with him.
Mind. So if you can expel that thought from your mind, then everything else will just come together. Puzzle pieces will just mind.
You already said? He said if you expel that thought from your mind. I mean, expel means you get it out of your head. You know how you get it out your head? You do it. Okay? That's how you get it about your head. You do it, man. Hold on, what am I doing? I don't even know my applaud at, man. I can't fucking see, man. Shit didn't work. But look, this man just said, man, look, listen to what he just said just now.
That thought from your mind, then everything else will just. So if you can expel that thought from your mind, then everything else will just come together. Puzzle pieces will just align.
If you just get rid of that shit, you know, hey, if you get rid of that shit out your head, you got to do it. This guy's sick, y'all. Hey, I can't. Hey, I love y'all, but I can't take too much more of this guy. Give me a headache. He's sick. Hey, like and subscribe, y'all. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. That will help me out. I'll do more videos. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about and cover. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm gonna be out, y'all. All right. 1.